When someone is average, outsmarting them is simple. They react emotionally, they reveal too much, and their patterns are obvious. But intelligent people are different. They observe, they analyze, they notice shifts in tone, behavior, strategy. They're harder to fool, harder to predict, and harder to manipulate. So how do you outsmart someone who is just as aware as you? The answer isn't be smarter. The answer is you use intelligence differently. Let's break it down step by step with clear logic on how you can actually outsmart them. Number one, smart people don't fall for tricks, they fall for timing. A smart person notices tactics immediately. They can feel when someone is trying to play them. So instead of using tricks, you use timing. What does timing mean? It means you don't move first, you don't rush, you don't reveal your hand early. Smart people expect direct strategies. They don't expect delayed ones. For example, if someone tries to provoke you, a smart person expects immediate reaction. But your silence, your patience, your delayed response, it forces them to rethink their approach. They start questioning their assumptions. Their confidence drops. Delay creates confusion. Smart people are confident when everything is happening fast. But when things slow down, they overthink. Timing beats intelligence. 2. Give them less information than they expect. A smart person reads other people like a system, so you deny them data, not by acting mysterious. That looks fake, but by being stable, calm, and controlled. No overreaction, no oversharing, no unnecessary explanations. Why does this work? Smart people rely on patterns. If your behavior has no strong pattern, they can't decode you. For example, say someone intelligent asks, "Why didn't you respond earlier?" Most people explain themselves. You simply say, "I was occupied." No details, no emotional clues, no openings. The less predictable you are, the more frustrated and cautious they become. A smart person can't outsmart what they can't read. Next is letting them talk first. You learn their blueprint. Smart people love showcasing their thinking because that's where their confidence lies. You use this to your advantage. Let them lead the conversation. Let them explain. Let them analyze. Let them go first. Why? Because speaking reveals structure. Smart people accidentally expose their priorities, their values, their weak spots, their emotional triggers, their ambitions, their insecurities, their self-image. Once you understand their structure, you understand how to guide them. An example, in negotiations, intelligent people reveal their standards early. What they want, what they won't accept, what they're protecting you. Meanwhile, reveal almost nothing. Fourth, don't compete. Redirect. You never try to out-intellectualize a smart person. You simply change the direction of the interaction. Example scenario, they challenge you with logic by saying you're being inconsistent. Trying to argue back invites a battle they're prepared for. A redirect is simple. You simply say, "What outcome do you think makes the most sense here?" This shifts the burden to them. Smart people expect resistance. They don't expect redirection. And by redirecting, you exhaust their energy without using yours. They push where there is nothing to push against. Fifth step. Use emotional rhythm, their blind spot. Smart people tend to focus on logic, but logic blinds you to rhythm. Rhythm is the emotional pace of interaction. When you stay calm, consistent, and even-toned, it disturbs them, because they can't figure out what you feel. And if they can't figure out what you feel, they can't predict what you're planning. For instance, a smart person tries to provoke you to see your reaction. You remain calm and slow. This forces them to guess, and guessing leads to mistakes. The sixth step is subtle power. Let them feel in control. Here is the paradox. The easiest way to outsmart someone intelligent is to let them believe they're smarter in that moment. If they think they're ahead, they relax. They talk more. They give more information. They stop observing as intensely. Example, say someone smart believes they've won a point in discussion. You simply nod and say, "True, that makes sense." You didn't lose. You just lowered their guard. The moment they get comfortable, your advantage begins. Smart people make their biggest mistakes when they feel safe. 7. Box their options without them noticing. Smart people thrive when they have many choices, so you reduce choices quietly, not by forcing, but by structuring the situation. For example, instead of asking, "What should we do?" you say, "We have two paths here, speed or stability. Which do you prefer?" By doing this, you shaped the decision-making space, you controlled the environment. You guided the result. A smart person feels they're choosing, but you were the one who designed the choices. This is strategic leadership. 8. Win the long game. Intelligence gets tired. Intelligent people dominate short battles, quick thinking, fast responses, sharp analysis. But the long game, most of them struggle there. Because intelligence is mentally expensive. It burns energy. It needs stimulation. It gets impatient. A calm, consistent, long-term strategy outplays sharp, short-term intelligence. Example, a smart person argues aggressively for 10 minutes. You stay level for 30 minutes. Eventually, they become emotional, tired, or careless. You remain steady, and that is how you win. In the long run, steadiness beats sharpness. Finally, the ninth step, which is the last one we would be talking about, which is outsmarting smart. People is not about outthinking, but outpositioning. To outsmart them, you position yourself where? You observe more, you reveal less. You react slower, you redirect better. You choose timing over tactics. You use calmness as a weapon. You let them expose themselves. You stay in the long game. You never try to crush their intelligence. You just let it work against them. Smart people fall not from stupidity, but from overconfidence, overthinking, and emotional impatience. If you stay calm, observant, and strategic, you will always win the invisible fight.